Hi everybody, welcome to this Pro and Expert general playthrough for the Go Long tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Tailwinds only, and it is all par 5, so plenty to take note of in this video. Please hit thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. And remember, tailwinds only, you may get predominantly crosswind with a hint of tailwind. It still qualifies for that modifier. So make sure you tweak according to the wind strength and direction you get. Obviously, these are not indicative of what you may face during the week, but will help you nonetheless. Obviously, aggressive shots are favoured here to get some albatrosses here with these holes and considering the tailwind angles as well. Timestamps in the video description down below. And good luck everybody. Let me have a comment, let me know how you get on with this tournament. If you're looking forward to it, going to be a lengthy one to play, as is some of the holes, but hopefully you get some drops along the way as well. Good luck, here we go. 1 bar of top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. I'm using a Titan here because we can actually save on kingmakers and compensate by using more curl instead. Half the red ring inside the rough at max, and then we adjust max plus 10. Once we have adjusted, no need to push up, just leave the target where it is, and then go with half a ball of curl to the left. Perfect ball away, and then we want to get here around 320 yards with our drive, just approaching the top of this fairway and rolling into the shadow. Very nice indeed. So 320 yards, second shot going to play with our sniper. Replicate the position here, bullseye in the center of the shadow, white ring touching the rough on the left. 4.5 top spin, maybe slightly less, 4.2 here is what I go with. Make sure once you've added spin, the ball guide is going through the hole. You may need a click of side spin, depends where you are with your drive. But 4.2 top spin, there's your position, and you want that ball guide going through the hole. In the video here, I'm adjusting in between medium and maximum distance minus 15% elevation. So in between mid and max minus 15. And even though we aim with the ball guide going through the hole, once we've adjusted and take our shot here, you will see we deliberately miss to the left of the cup, and then the ball is going to take the funnel from the back of the green, so we just skim the left edge, takes the funnel there, and will drop down beautifully for an albatross on this par 5. There we go. I'm going to use the rock and a katana. With the rock level 8, we're starting at plus 4 yards, half the blue ring inside the rough on the left. 2 top spin, 3 left spin, and the adjustment here is max plus 0. Max plus 0 on this one. Once we've adjusted, we're then going to take a shot and apply some left curl. So a little bit of left curl, and we are looking for somewhere around 320 yards on this one. That's where we want to be. Going with the rock for the accuracy and the ball guide. And that's going to be absolutely fine. Okay, we could push it a bit further, but still going to have a good look at the hole here for the albatross. I'm checking club distance here, finding some plus yardage just around the dark bushes there, just to judge my club distance. Once I've got a measure of that, I'm then going to back up and add spin. 1 bar of backspin, half a bar side spin to the right. And then the ball guide here, once I've added my spin, I'm going to position the ball guide so that it is going to the front of the cup. And here my suggestion would be exactly in between medium and maximum distance with 5% elevation. So in between mid and max plus 5. That will be my recommendation. That is based on the outcome of this video, so it may be a decimal either way out, so do bear that in mind. I'm giving you my revisions here, just skimming the left edge, but still a very, very good look on that par 5. We're going with 6 top spin and 2 bars side spin to the right, stretching out and finding my position with the second bounce over the rough and ball guide pointing at the dark bushes up ahead. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. Max plus 10, power 5 settings, of course, because we're using a power 5 ball. Then once I've adjusted my rings, we're going to take our shot directly. Don't need to push up because I want to have a slow max over power needle. without a wall curl to the right. So easy to hit perfect here, which we do. And you'll see the ball will bounce on the fairway very nicely indeed. The topspin will take us over the rough and the hazards there and along the fairway over the other side. Drive distance here going to be a nice long drive of 421 yards. Good thing about Power 5 ball, we can use the sniper. So I'm playing with just over 2 bars backspin, a little bit of side spin to the right, and you'll see a nice little point here where the ball guide doesn't move around too much, and that's where I'm aiming to land. So it's a nice little sticky spot rather than a funnel. So get a nice consistent landing position here, and we're going to play true club distance, 10% elevation. For every plus yard away from max, we reduce 2.5% on the slider. As a guide, if you don't want to use the slider though, estimate club distance yourself by finding the min and max line. Perfect ball away, and this one very nicely drops for an albatross. 6 bars of topspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. I'm using APOC 4 because of the accuracy, but obviously any driver with 6 topspin will work as well. If you're playing with APOC 5 plus, then please do pull back about 5 or 6 yards after you've adjusted, because you will have extra distance and you don't want to be in between clubs on your second shot. Max plus 10, and then we are going full blast, full overpower here on this one. And we want to bounce over and get somewhere around 410 yards. Obviously, due to the wind strength, we are using a berserker. It is going to vary as well. And minor great left, great right, also going to affect the outcome. So just bear that in mind. You may need to tweak for your second shot. So, second shot, I'm doing a pin check to check my club distance. Then I am going to set up here with the target in the first cut of rough. And I'm going to go for the rough bump. 0.2 top spin here and 2 bars side spin to the right. And we're having the ball guide going through the hole. So ball guide through the hole on this one. And here we are going to be playing medium distance, minus 10% elevation, minus 0.1. So just before mid minus 10. For the pin check that you saw in the video. So that is a good reference for you to work with. Perfect ball away on this one, and we bounce nicely, and we get a zoom in, but just miss the right edge. Very, very close indeed, and a good chance for an albatross. Shot number 1, I'm going with the big topper here, purely because it's a no overpower shot. Obviously, if you don't want to use the big topper, you can play further up if you're playing tour play. With overpower and 4.5 topspin. But for the purposes of this video and for the tournament in question, I'm going with the big topper. It's no move target, max topspin, max plus 20 is the adjustment, push back up to max. Then big topper level 5, I'm going to go with 1 ring of overpower. If you have lower level big topper, I would add another ring or a ring and a half on to that to cope with the lack of distance on your club level. Perfect ball away, and we're going for the double bounce over the rough, and the third bounce clearly over the rough there, and rolling out to a distance of almost 400 yards. Second shot here, do need really sniper level 9 plus to make sure we're going to be in range. 3.6 bars of topspin, so just over 3.5 topspin. Add your spin and find the position, get the ball guide going comfortably through the hole. Have a look here, I do zoom in to check the amount, otherwise we do risk coming in short. Here we are going to be playing approximately in between mid and max, so around 72-75% slider, minus 10% elevation, that is from plus 4 yards. Don't worry about the ball guide disappearing there, the wind will push us away from the tree in time. Perfect ball away. We bounce there, and you can see already that headwind angle is checking the ball up. We just sneak this one in. 4.2 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left with a Titan. Obviously in headwind, then you would need to go with a driver with more distance. You can always set up with the quarterback and then do a club switch as well. Top spin is the key here though. 6 bars of topspin is great if you have the ability to go with that. Adjust max plus 20. Ball guide is aiming right down the middle of the fairway, and then I'm pushing back up to max here with the rock to make sure I've got some extra distance on my drive. Obviously, in straight tailwind, you can go aggressive down the left-hand side with the berserker. Try and get yourself into a long iron or short iron shot if you've got a good amount of tailwind. But if not, this shot is going to work out absolutely fine. Drive distance, you want around 380 yards. Second shot, you've got a choice of bouncing over from where my target was just a few seconds ago with backspin, or you go with the rough bump. The rough bump is, of course, the best look at the albatross. Set up with the ball guide in the middle of the pin there. No spin, ball guide through the hole. In the end, I just shunt the position up to have the inner ring touching the rough rather than in the middle of the rough, because we're going to drop down into the sand on this one, and it will cost us a bit of distance. The adjustment I list here on the notepad is different to the video. It's based off the miss here that I'm going to show you. But generally, I'd play true club distance, 0 elevation for this one. If you're bouncing over, because you'll have obviously a second bounce to deal with, I would play 10 or 15% if you're playing the bounce over shot. But like I said, rough bump is the best way of attacking the pin. Speed is good, just need a tweak to the adjustment on that one. Top of plus 24 with the APOC 5 plus, and we're going to aim in the rough here, half of the white ring overlapping the bunker. Obviously, if you've got APOC 7 and 8, your ring sizes will be different. 5.8 top spin, 2 left spin. Then we are going to adjust max distance, no elevation, power 5 settings. Be mindful of the slope. You might want to push rings, to be honest here, because that slope will sometimes mess up your adjustment. Then we are going to push up a total of 20 yards and go with just over 1 ball of curl to the left, max over power, slightly slower needle, hit perfect, and off we go. Minor great rights are fine here. I've tested that. I haven't tested it with a great left. Should be okay though. It does bounce in the rough and rolls out nicely. Second shot, very nice opportunity using our thorn. 2 back spin, and then we set up with the yellow ring touching the fringe, and then apply right spin as needed to align the ball guide with the hole. Leave it slightly short here with thorn level 8 to account for the tailwind. Then we are going to adjust, and the adjustment is going to be 10% elevation, power 5 numbers. You do need to favour 1201 ever so slightly here, just to make sure you're going to drop it right at pin. Perfect ball here, and that's what we do. Bounces nicely, camera angle stays zoomed out, and we hit the pin and falls for a lovely albatross. I had a look at it with the berserker, but there wasn't quite enough tailwind to go aggressively over the rocks on the left, so we're just going to have to go along the right-hand side instead. But obviously, if you've got more predominant tailwind angle, go full blast with top spin and left spin over to the left-hand side. But here we're going with top spin and right spin, aim down the middle of the fairway, setting up there. Going to push the rings because otherwise the trees and the bushes will be in your way. Max plus 10 on this one, and we want to get a fair distance down the fairway just to make the second shot a little bit easier. No curl needed, just a straight up shot. Perfect ball away. You will see it bounces very nicely before the rough and the bunker, and the top spin takes us down the fairway, finding the centre of the fairway, and we've got a drive distance here of 382 yards. From this side, you're going to have to play with a wood club with distance, so it's going to be big dog or cataclysm. In headwind angle, I would bounce over the rough and the sand with top spin and just play to the green safely that way. But if you can reach over here directly nearer the green, then play with backspin and right spin as I do here. Obviously, we're grappling with a low-level ball guide here with this club, but really when you're playing on the right side, it's a very difficult route to secure the albatross. The albatross is, of course, much more attainable playing aggressively on the left, but it's going to be wind angle dependent. From the right-hand side here, maximum distance, 0 elevation. This one is a fairly flat shot. So max plus 0. If you were playing into any headwind here, I would go 10% on that one just to make sure you're countering any extra wind push. Perfect ball away, and like I said, we're safely onto the green here, and we've got a nice putt for the eagle. On this par 5, we're going to play with the big topper for the top spin, obviously, going with a Titan or a Kingmaker would do, and we're going with 8 bars of top spin and 1 bar side spin to the right here, and to get as much distance as we can on this one. Obviously, if you have a real strong tailwind, you can blast this with a power 10 or a power 8 top spin boost ball, especially an expert. Try and get yourself to green or to end bring a range if you can, but there's always a risk you might get stuck in the rough. Max plus 10, playing with the power ball setting, matching the ball that we're using. So in this case, Titan, which is power 6 in the new money, power 3 in old money. Max plus 10, no overpower needed, just centre the ball and hit perfect. And we're going to roll very nicely down the fairway here. And you're always going to get a little bit of roll down from right to left, but that's absolutely fine. We're not threatening the rough at all, and we have a drive distance of 374 yards. Second shot, going to play with the Guardian. If you get more distance on your drive, you will be playing with the Saturn instead for the backspin, but we're applying max backspin and having the ball guide there. You can see that second bounce, green square and a half short of pin, third bounce practically in the hole. This will need tweaks depending on the wind angle that you've got. However, I'm estimating my club distance here and playing in between min and mid distance of my club, 10% elevation. All depends how far you get with your drive. Obviously, if you're into long iron range, you'll be playing closer to max. I'd still keep 10% elevation. Wind angle tweaks will help here in this one because there is a high second bounce due to the amount of backspin, but it is still a very good look at the albatross, and if you don't get it, you've got a very, very short putt for your eagle on this par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.